thank you for lending me your satellite truck.
Yeah, Cuomo's truck broke down and was sabotaged, by the way, but we got it done. So I might have missed it, Cuomo, and you're smarter than I am. Why did Biden finally decide that it was better for the country to step aside when he resisted it for almost 4 weeks? What was the turning point? Did you hear that? Did I miss that?
You missed it because he didn't say it. And I think the best way I've heard the answer put was by this guy.
He didn't say it.
This guy, John Watson, I had on the other night, said the reason he's out is because of a woman he referred to as Little John Morgan, Little Bo Peep with razor blades, who likes to do lion bleep, like get blood all over her face and teeth to protect the house. Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi turned the screws on Biden.
Okay, but Joe didn't say that, right? He didn't say it, right?
Nope.
Okay.
He doesn't want the razor blades.
He didn't say where Jill is. She's over in the Olympics. I figured it out, but she's been gone for about a week. So this whole thing, look, I'm not here to dance on anybody's grave, all right? And I do believe that all Americans should be respectful to the office of the presidency. When Lyndon Johnson said he wasn't going to run again, that was a very big positive for the country because Johnson was a corrupt man, as you will find out when you read Confronting the Presidents, and he botched the Vietnam War to the tune of about 100,000 Americans dead, all told, with Agent Orange and all that. Terrible president, awful man. Biden's not in that category. Biden's incompetent, inefficient. He sits there for 15 minutes telling us how great his administration was, and 70% of Americans believe the country's on the wrong track. So he's in the twilight zone. He's living in a delusional world. He has been for quite some time. Okay, I'm going to give him his goodbye. I'm not going to sing the Steam song, Nana Nana. I'm not going to do Cheap Shot. I'm not going to do anything. He's done. You're not going to hear from him. He'll probably prop him up for 10 minutes at the convention, and I'll be gone. And now we go ahead. But to portray this man as being honest to the American public, which he isn't, you just were, at the hierarchy of the Democratic Party. As I told you very early on, I got pushback from you, and you owe me a big dinner for that. They pushed him right off the cliff. But why? Because he couldn't do the job. It's that simple. Biden would never say that. He should say that. He should have come on and said, listen, you know, it became clear to me that my advancing age robbed me of some powers, and I didn't feel comfortable going forward because I don't believe that's going to improve. Then I would have respected Joe Biden. I don't respect him now. I don't think the man tells the truth. I think he's the second worst president this country's ever had. He created problems instead of solving them, and he lives in a world of his own. That's very dangerous. So now we advance the story here on NewsNation. We got Kamala Harris, pretty close to being a socialist if you look at what she's supported in the Senate. And I don't care about what she did in California, by the way. That doesn't mean I don't care about Willie Brown. I don't care about any of that. That's all bull. It's what she did in the Senate and what she did as vice president that Americans should judge her on. Against Donald Trump, who still has some momentum because of the things that have happened in the last 2 weeks. And that's what we should all be concentrating on. But all of us who are in the media, who have the privilege of addressing the American people, you, me, everybody else, should be honest for a change. Honest. And stop the BS. Stop it. Joe Biden failed as president. 70% of Americans know it. You sit up there and insult everybody saying how great you are. Okay. We're giving you that, Joe, for your public service. Now, have a nice end of lifetime. I do believe, and I want him to. I don't dislike him. Go to the beach. Enjoy yourself. All right? I have no malice for the man. He's terrible president. Awful. Americans are struggling. They're insolvent. Half the country doesn't have $5,000 in a bank. So this guy to come up and say how great he is in the face of all that, and then not even explain what you just said, that Pelosi and the other leaders, it wasn't just Pelosi, by the way. It was Obama and everybody else wanted him out, and he finally had to cave because they said to him, and you don't know this, but I do, if you don't quit, the party's going to turn against you, Joe. We're going to say bad things about you. And you don't want that. Take your legacy and say you're not running. That is what happened.
We have different understandings of what happened, but it doesn't matter because we are where we are. Do you believe that Harris has a better chance to win than Biden did?
I think it's the same. CNN poll just out. It's got Trump up by 3 over Harris. When Americans realize how radical left Kamala Harris really is, and again, she borders on being socialistic. She was, in 2019, the most liberal senator in the country, all right? And Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren were angry that day going, where did we go wrong? How could she beat us? All right, and she has signed on to every single socialistic. She signed on to Bernie Sanders' Medicare for all, knocking out private health insurance. Didn't get anywhere.
And
4
then she
years
backed
in
off.
the Senate. Yeah, of course, politics. 4 years in the Senate. She had not one piece of legislation passed. She had 2 that actually made it to a vote. And that's a hell of a record, boy. That's really, really good. Now, Obama had the same record, and he won. So that's not going to disqualify her. Trump gave a speech today, I think it was 18 hours long. He's like Fidel Castro now, Trump. He just, it's on a, I mean, you got to get a hotel reservation overnight to listen to his campaign speeches. And the guy just eats more. Look, just encapsulate it, Mr. Trump. She's a socialist, all right? That's what she is. You're a capitalist. Let the country decide. You want to be a socialist? You want to have her and the federal government controlling your entire life? Telling you what to drive, what to eat, whether you can have a gun, whether you can go on vacation, how much money you can have, 80% income tax to the highest level? Is that what you want? Or do you want Trump, who's a capitalist down to his socks, all right, saying, no, I'm going to let the consumer consume, and the government's going to get out of the way? That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
I want people at home, Bill O'Reilly's got a lot of fans within the audience. Notice Bill O'Reilly talked policy and the propositions that he believes the 2 candidates are going to suggest. Nothing about her personally, nothing about DEI, boogeyman, none of that. Because Bill O'Reilly believes the truth is enough.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
But, okay, I know you're right. Dusty just yelled at me. All right, shouldn't she be fined for doing that?
Welcome to my world.
Can you fine Dusty?
Welcome to my world.
The DEI thing is ridiculous. But Biden said, I'm going to choose a woman of color.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I can't argue.
I can't argue. It's Biden's fault.
I know.
Not her fault.
I know. I know.
He took the
hung
job.
the albatross around her neck.
That's right.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
I'm done.
I know.